Hey there! Today's demo features the Distressed FX photo editing app. The app itself is fully iPad supported, and today I'll be doing the demo on the iPad. First, I need to open up the app, so I'm going to look for our little bird over here. There we go. And there you have the iPad interface. Here is where you would go ahead and select the image that you want to work with. In the top left-hand corner is a camera icon. I'm going to go ahead and press that. Here you have the option to either take a photo, a new photo, or choose a photo from your existing library. I'm going to go ahead and choose one from my camera roll. Now here you have two options. You can expand the image in order to have a square crop, or you can maintain the dimensions and just go ahead and hit choose, which I'm going to go ahead and hit choose. If I wanted to, I could expand it out and go ahead and square crop it, but we're not going to do that today. So hit choose in the bottom right corner, and there you have our landscape image. You're looking at the iPad interface. You have two rows of colored icons. The top one is what we call gels, and the bottom one is textures. But right now I'm going to go ahead and show you the tools menu. In the top right corner, so two little buttons, you click that and it takes you to an area with sliders. The far left slider with the little sun on it is the brightness control, and over here on the right, this slider is for contrast. The one in the middle with the little painter palette is the saturation control. The two sliders on the bottom are blacked out right now because those control the gel and the texture. So I'm going to go back out through the tool menu and select a gel and a texture. This is the area where you will pick out your special effect, whether it be a single gel, a single texture, or using them in combination with each other, which I'm going to do today. First I'm going to select the gel lily. Then I'm just going to scroll through some of the textures and see which one I want to use. I think I'll go ahead and pick sentiment. Now I still want to play with the controls a little bit, so I'm going to go back to the right corner and go back to the sliders. And here you'll see that the options for changing the opacity of the gel and the texture are now there. The bottom slider with the little checkerboard controls the opacity for the texture. If you want a lightly textured image, you would move your slider towards the left. For a heavily textured look, you would keep it over to the far right. Same thing with the gel. Left for less, all the way to the right for more. I'm going to go ahead and bump that down just a little bit. And I can still control the brightness, contrast, and saturation of the original image. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the saturation with the artist palette a little bit. And I'm going to just lower the brightness just a tad and increase or decrease the contrast just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is go back out, and here I can either change the gel or the texture, or I can save the image. At the top right corner is a little out arrow. I'm going to go ahead and press that. Here are the save and sharing options. The first one is a direct save to your camera roll on your phone or your iPad. There is direct upload to your Facebook, upload to Instagram. If you upload to Instagram, you will have to square crop the image in their program. You can email it to somebody, you can tweet about it on your Twitter, or save it to a Dropbox if you have one. We like to ask, if you have an Instagram or a Twitter, that you hashtag the image with Distressed FX. That way we can see what you've created with the program. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and just save this directly to my camera roll on my iPad. That's just letting me know that it was successfully saved, and then I'm going to close out. Because I enjoy the editing process so much, I'm not usually satisfied with just one layer of textures and gel. So I'm going to go back out and get the image that I just saved. That way it has all the texture and the gel already on it, and I won't be making changes on that. I'll be adding to it. So I brought the image back in, and I'm going to show you our birds feature. So if you scroll over to the gels to the far right, you'll see the birds option. Go ahead and click that. Now you have a scrolling bar with different bird options. We still have Alfred. We have one called Soulmate and one called Trio. Plus we have future plans for adding even more birds and bird packs, so keep your eye out for that. So now I have one gel, one texture, and another gel with the birds on top of it. If I wanted to, I could go in and add another texture, but I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as is right now. The last effect I want to show you is the blur option, which basically changes the depth of field of the image. Over on the left hand side of the app is a little water droplet. Go ahead and press that, and it'll bring up your blur style. The first one is straight. You can see the little band. Inside the band is the area that will remain in focus. Outside the band will be blurred. You can change the width of the band. You can make it extremely wide, little, and you can even use your fingers to turn the direction that the band goes. So that's pretty handy. And then lastly, round option, which is pretty straightforward. It's an elliptical circle. You can just blur the outsides of the edges a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and keep the tree as my main subject. And there you have it. If you're in the tools area and you forget the function of each slider, go ahead and click the little white button in the top right corner and click on the quick help guide. And that's just a little reminder of the function of each slider. And then just tap it to go out. If you click the information button again and you go to more information, the top left corner goes directly to the Distress Textures website. There's also a feedback and questions section. That is a direct email to my partner Steve, and that is for technical questions, marketing, etc. And then just close out of that. The idea behind the Distressed FX photo editing app is to be able to take average landscape and still life photos and be able to create little bits of art no matter where you are, as long as you have your phone or your iPad. Please keep your eye out for updates and add-on packs for the textures. Thanks a lot.